Hello, my name is Stacy Geier, and I am calling in to speak in favor of term limits. I did want to address the gentleman earlier who asked where all these people were before. I will be honest, for me, I was homeschooling my children and was complacent and honestly not paying attention to what my government was doing. But over the course of watching what happened with our rights be stripped away through the COVID protocols, it was time to pay attention, wake up, and start to speak up. It's already been mentioned that over 70% of the county voted in favor of term limits. This needs to, not a small number. That's a big number. As somebody mentioned earlier, that's not just all Democrats or all Republicans. That was a strong look at our full county. I called in before and I had mentioned that there were so many benefits to having term limits, including upholding public trust, which is definitely needed after the mismanagement of COVID-19 and this board's unwillingness to look at credible scientists and doctors who opposed what was being pushed by a few doctors and scientists who we now know benefited from the way the pandemic was handled. I know Frederick Douglass was quoted before. He also said, the limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of those whom they oppose. Our county is building up endurance and speaking out against what feels like tyranny to us. You want to talk about building up trust in our community. You can build up the trust in our community by incorporating 8-year term limits. Term limits also undercut dictatorships. They broaden thinking, expand constituency involvement, signal openness, lessen burnout, and thin the dead wood from our county commissioners. We also need to do an audit on the 2020 election. Through a look at voter registration trends and canvassing, there were many irregularities that should be further investigated. If this board is truly concerned with making sure there is trust from the community, you all should be willing to further investigate why there are so many irregularities. I encourage all of you to look at electionfraud20.org, where you can look specifically at the election analysis of the irregularities of our voter rolls for the state and county. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Next is